Let's just spit this out. That's not cute. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another video. I am so thankful from the bottom of my heart to anybody who has subscribed to my channel, watched the video, liked the video, to everybody who has been here. Big hugs. Aww. Thank you so much. Just subscribe. Just do it. You know you want to. Just do it. Okay? Let's just wait. Thank you so much. High five. If you can see the stain on my shirt, just ignore it. We're not gonna change shirts. We're not doing it. For those of you who don't follow me on all of my other platforms, I put out a thing on Facebook letting people know that I am going to be doing this video. I got you, girl, okay? I got you. I've done the research. I have tried these things. If you're trying to lose weight, please do it for the right reasons. At the end of the day, your motivation should be to get healthier, to get yourself at a point where you are physically and internally healthy. We're not looking out here to try all these quick remedies because they're not a permanent solution. So we're gonna have to put this out there before we continue on with the video. I am in no way, shape, or form a certified fitness trainer, nutritionist, nurse. I am none of those things. Talk to somebody that you trust about your body and make sure that these things are actually safe for you to do. So with that out of the way, let's just get right into the video. Today we're going to be talking about 10 reasons why you might not be losing your belly fat. Most of us are out here looking to have a flatter stomach because we just want to get that body snatched. Am I right? We all want to look good. Who doesn't want to look good? The only place I want fat in is in that booty. If I want to lose belly fat, I want to know the no BS approach. You've heard of so many different remedies out there. Apple cider vinegar, lemon, tea in the morning, tea at night. Don't eat breakfast, eat breakfast. There's so many things out there and it's kind of overwhelming and confusing. Okay, so I think the best way to start the discussion about this topic is basically talking about what exactly has research told us about belly fat. Belly fat leads to a bunch of cardiovascular disease, hypertension, metabolic syndrome, and on and on and on the list goes. There's two kinds of main fat in your body. There is brown fat. Bears have brown fat because they need it to stay warm in the wintertime. Brown fat can be found like on your collarbones, and again it has been shown that brown fat actually helps to fight the white fat. So the second type of fat that we're going to talk about is white fat. White fat you can classify into two different kinds of fat. There is visceral fat and then there is also subcutaneous fat. Now subcutaneous fat is the one that right when you touch your belly, you can feel it. It's right there. It's right below the skin on top of your abdominal muscles. So you wonder why you can't see your ab muscles. That's because there's a layer of fat there, honey. Visceral fat is really the bad one, okay? Visceral fat is found in our body, all within our internal organs. It is around our hearts, it's around our kidneys, our liver, and of course the more fat you have, the more at risk you put yourself of things like cardiovascular disease and hypertension and blah blah blah, diabetes, all that stuff. Now you might be asking yourself, you just said that there is subcutaneous fat, which is the fat that I'm touching. Is that the fat that I want to lose and we can forget about visceral fat? Hell no. Oh hell no. The more visceral fat you have, the more it's actually going to make your belly poke out. So we're trying to lose both. Now to put things into perspective, I borrowed this thing from my dad's office. Look at this. Like, this is a lot of fat, but this is only 5 pounds. If you can lose this amount of fat, heck, you're making progress. So the first reason why you might not be losing belly fat is because you are eating way too much sugar. Sugar is the main cause of visceral fat. I have to confess, my name is Chychy and I am a sucker for anything sweet. Donuts, bread, Starbucks. There is so many things out there that are so good, but they are so bad for you. And even the Center for Disease Prevention has listed sugar as one of the top 2 things that you have to cut out of your diet in order to prevent obesity. There is a certain kind of body style that you're gonna have where you store fat mostly in your belly, and it has been contributed to sugar. The average North American ingests 31 teaspoons of sugar a day, when in reality we just need 1 teaspoon of sugar for all the blood in our body. A 2016 study actually found that when your brain is exposed to high levels of sugar, it actually releases dopamine, and dopamine is a neurotransmitter and it actually makes us feel good. You know, like for people who have drug addictions, dopamine is released in their brain when they, you know, take those drugs. And when you want to get off sugar, you can actually go through a sugar withdrawal. You're gonna be moody, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be cranky, because this is just your brain getting used to the fact that you're no longer going to be allowing it to be exposed to high levels of sugar. That leads us to our next point. When you're eating way too much sugar, your body tends to end up dependent on it, and even though you have all this fat that it could be using for energy, it's not going to use that. It's going to want to use sugar. For every like 1 gram of fat, it's 9 calories. For every 1 gram of carb or sugar, it's like 4 calories. In our body, fat is converted to ketone bodies, and ketone bodies is such a useful form of energy. It has been found to be more efficient as an energy source than carbs. Research has actually shown that we do not need any extra glucose from our diet. Our body can make all the glucose it needs to function. Using sugar instead of fat as its form of energy just doesn't make any sense at all. The third reason why you might not be losing belly fat is because you have no idea about insulin. Insulin is what I'd like to call the fat storage hormone. So let's just like do a little rundown here. So carbohydrate enters into your body, and then insulin gets released because carbohydrate increases your blood sugar levels. Now our blood sugar levels have to be kept at a pretty tight range. So once your blood sugar levels go up, insulin is released, and insulin comes in, is this hormone that is released from your pancreas. It comes in and it signals for your body to take that sugar away from your blood. Now the sugar is taken away from your blood and it does 3 things with it. Insulin sends some of that sugar for your body to use as energy right away. It stores it as glucagon in your muscle and your liver, or at the end of the day it will store the rest of it as fat. So that is basically where sugar becomes very bad for you. What happens most times is that we overwhelm our bodies with too much glucose. This causes insulin to get released continually from our pancreas. Your body tries to protect you from all the sugar you're eating, and it will start to resist sugar from entering into your cells. So when your cells start to resist, that's when you feel more moody, and then you tend to ingest more sugar. There's this guy called Dr. Berg, and he basically developed this chart that I'm going to pop onto the screen here. This is just for you to start getting an idea if you might be insulin resistant. The best way to start knowing if you are actually insulin resistant is to basically take a measuring tape and you measure your waist at the level of your belly button. Now don't suck in. I know some people might be out there trying to suck in. And you are going to divide that by your height in inches. So for example, someone like me, I am about 5'5.5", which is about 60, let's say like 65, 66 inches. And then my waist currently right now is about 29 inches. So we're going to take the measurement of my waist and we're going to divide that by my height in inches. So my number was 0.44, and for women that is fine. That it puts you in the healthy range. The only way you can really confirm if you're insulin resistant is by going to your doctor. Anytime you eat any sort of sugar, your insulin levels are gonna go up. If you want to be burning fat instead of using glucose, you need to be making sure that your insulin levels are low enough. So that brings me on to my 4th tip. You are eating way too often. Whoa. Hear me out. When your insulin levels are low, that is your best chance. That is your best window to burn fat. What I practice for myself is something called intermittent fasting. You take a 24-hour period, and in that 24-hour period, you're going to be fasting for a certain amount of time, and you're going to be eating for a certain amount of time. So for me, I practice an 18-hour fast, and I have a 6-hour window when I can eat what I need to eat. And what this does is that it keeps your insulin levels low and it allows you to use your fat as energy. I would actually encourage everybody who wants to start this or try this to start with a 12-hour window fast and then eat for 12 hours. And then you can go down to a 14-hour window fast and eat for 10-hour window, and then you can go down to 16 hours and you eat for 8. Never try to go from like not practicing this at all to going ham. One thing I want to point out is that if you're going to be practicing fasting, you for sure want to focus on eating foods that are wholesome, that will keep you full for longer. When you are hungry, you tend to gravitate towards foods that are quick to digest, easy to eat, which are carbs. Make sure that you're eating foods that are full of complex carbs rather than eating foods that are simple carbs. Also focus on eating a lot of protein so that you don't lose muscle mass, and then obviously focus on eating fiber because fiber keeps you full for longer. Okay, so the fifth reason that you might not be losing belly fat is that you are drinking your calories. Okay, so I am also really bad for this. A lot of us can drink up to like 25% of our calorie intake in a day as just drinks. Please avoid highly sweetened drinks, energy drinks, juices, all that stuff. Please just try and avoid them. They're just no dice, not good for you at all. I use like this little thing now to start my camera and I love it so much. Anyways, hi guys, I am just on my way to church. Church starts in like 45 minutes, but I wanted to quickly come on here and do this outro for this video. Basically, I had said that I was going to upload 10 reasons why you're not losing belly fat. We're still going to do that, but this video is going to be split into two parts. So, two parts. So basically 5 of those reasons are going to be going up this Sunday right now, and then I'm going to be posting the rest of the reasons next week Sunday. I just realized that the video was way too big and I didn't want people to lose interest, so I'm going to be splitting it into 2 parts. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this part and come back next Sunday for the other 5 reasons why you might not be losing your belly fat. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. I think I'm going to be filming a video today. Stay tuned. So if you guys see this outfit again, that's what's going on. But yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.